Hello, all the watch enthusiasts and all the watch collectors out there. I hope everybody's doing well. My name is Wayne, the Aragon watch designer, and welcome to our watch presentation. Today, we're going to introduce you to the brand new Aragon Regeneron Automatic. Now, but this time we're going to launch with two different movement executions. One is the Miyota 9100, which is a lot of people have been asking me to feature this movement in one of our design. And the second movement is the Seiko NH35. I hope you like this watch. I hope you're gonna come in and try an Aragon brand if this is the first time you've seen us on our social media. All right, so let's dive in and talk about this watch right now. The brand new Aragon Regeneron. This time we have two different movement executions. Okay, we have the Miyota 9100. Okay, a lot of people have been asking me to use the Miyota 9000 series, and now we're coming back after all these years. So, not sure if you know, I was one of the first in the world to use the Miyota 9000 series 10-15 years ago. I have forgotten. And then we launched it first. And I was the first one to grant a massive amount of quantities for the Miyota 9000 series. But now, let's go back to this. So this is the first time we launched two movement executions at the same time, which is what you see in the front here is the Miyota 9100. And the top is the SII Seiko NH35. So I'm going to go talk about the Miyota 9100 first. For some of you are familiar with the movement, but if you're not, I'd like to share it with you about this brand new Regeneron. It has been a very, very successful collection. As you can see, the personality of this watch is, with the knurling in the middle, and we only made one size only this time, which is 44 millimeter. What I like about this, okay, if you take a look at this, the case is very, very slim. It's about 13.75 millimeter in thickness. Just the case itself is about less than 8 millimeter. Okay, so you can also see the thickness of the bezel and the case back. What also I like this generation of the Regeneron, if you look at it very closely, the clearance between the dial and the sapphire crystal is very, very low. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is, if you can see what I'm trying to demonstrate is, the hands is very, very close. The second hand is very, very close to the crystal, and the hour hand is very, very close to the dial. Not only is very close to the dial, but you can also see how tight the subdial hands and the clearance between the hour hands. Okay, so going back to the sapphire, going back to the Miyota 9100. So if you're not familiar with it, I like to give you some specs of the watch movement. 28,800 vibration per hour. Power reserve is approximately 40 to 42. And then the function of this movement, which I love, is, as you can see, under normal circumstance, the crown is at the 3 o'clock position, so everything will be 30 degree. All the function, all the subdials will be 30 degree on the other side. But what I've done is I place it at the 4 o'clock position, so you can see the power reserve at the 1 o'clock position. Okay, the month is at 4 o'clock. The military time is at the 7 o'clock. And the date is at the 10 o'clock. So the date is located at between the 6 and the 5 o'clock position. Okay, the watch is 200 meters water resistant. Okay, and then you can also see there is a recess button. It's to adjust. Okay, it's to adjust the month. Okay, very, very cool. So as you can see, now let me give you a quick demonstration. If you forward the time, the military time will follow, and the date will also follow, right? But the month, it will also synchronize alongside with the hands, the date, and the military time. But if you want to fast forward quicker, you can use the recess button at the 3 o'clock position. Okay, so now that's very, very cool function. Let's continue to talk about this watch. I'm gonna wear this on my wrist so you can see what it looks like on my 6.5-inch wrist. The 44, 45 millimeter are getting more and more popular, and it fits really well on my wrist. And this is the only size we're gonna make this watch. I just wanna share with everybody. I know some people will be saying, I want this in 38, I want this in 40. 44 millimeter, it is really not that big. Okay, if you can take a look. As a matter of fact, I really like the size of 44. You know, I wear any watches from 40, 42 to 50 millimeter, but I really like the 44 and the 45 a lot. Okay, you see how low profile this is? The bracelet thickness is 4 millimeter. As you can see, the signature, the big round lume on the crown, the design of this. So the knurling crown matches with the knurling center links. Solid stainless steel, solid deploying clasp, exhibition case back with fully decorated Aragon blue rotor. Okay, you can see the Miyota 9100 movement. It's very good looking movement, I have to say. What I'm holding is the turquoise. Okay, you can see we have two variations with the turquoise. I love this color. Very, very popular with the Aragon brand. Okay, you can also see the mint lume for the hands, the index, and the bezel. Glows mint in the dark. Very, very bright for your information. And I'm going to go to the NH35 because the 9100 tends to have a lot of function on the dial. You might be able to see it easier with just the 3 hands and a date. Now, what I want you to see is, if you take a look on the dial, the outer ring have this micro imprint, but if you look at the hour index, they float quite high above the dial. So it's a double step dial with the 3D hour index all around. It's very, it's very clear. You can see the hour index very, very clear. And I also love the outline of the hands and the index in black. So it gives you a very strong contrast that you'll be able to see the time immediately. That's what I love about this. Okay, the NH35 version also comes with the sapphire crystal. Okay, so it will be, it's such a nice upgrade, okay, for a watch at this price point. And as you know, great value with every single Aragon watch. You just can't beat it. With the quality, the way we built, and the design of the watches, everything that comes with the watch is great build, great value. I don't know what other brands out there are at this price point with all this upgrade materials, okay? So once again, 44 millimeter case thickness is about 13.75 sapphire crystal. The one I'm wearing is the turquoise with Seiko NH35. The date window is located at 3 o'clock position. Screw down crown, water resistance to 200 meters or 660 feet. You can truly go diving and swimming with this watch. No need to concern about the water getting inside your watch as long as your crown is locked. So I have a story to tell you. Very interesting. So my son had a birthday party this weekend, and he wanted a gift for me, which is the Aragon Dive Master 40 GMT. And he knows how to play with a watch, set the time, the GMT hands, everything. And one thing he has forgotten, even though he locked the crown, and he didn't lock it all the way in, so he went and swam in the ocean with it. And excuse me, when he came back up, he took off the watch. So I was like, oh, let me check the crown. and he only locked it halfway, and I was very concerned at that moment. So I immediately locked it. So I began to check like the top, the back, make sure there's no moisture inside. And you know what? Even though he didn't lock it completely, I'm not telling you to do this. I was just trying to tell you the quality of the watch that we built. He only locked it halfway, and I finished locking it. There was no water inside. I mean, to me, I think it's a great story because it shows you the quality of our brand. You know, we stand behind everything we do. Okay, as I continue, solid first end link. Very nicely done. So now let me show you this. The curvature here, the brushing and the polishing, I don't know if you can see it through the camera. It's an extra touch to give this watch. You see how it's horizontal brushed? And then right here is high polished. It gives it an extra touch to the design of this watch. Okay? Very nicely done, the curvature. You know, it contours around your wrist. The crown is 8mm in diameter with that giant lume dot. So if you charge it at night, you can also see the glow in the dark on the side. Bracelet is 4mm thick. I didn't make it at 5. The reason why is I like this solid feel, but not too heavy on the watch. Okay, I reduced by 1mm on that specific reason. Once again, I want you to see how low profile of the crystal is. Okay, even though I have to pay for my own watch, just so you know. Anyway, okay, the turning bezel is 120 clicks. So very, very precise, very, very nicely done. All right, so I'm gonna return it back to the center point. It's mint green, glows mint. Okay, so for the NH35, we have 3 color executions. We have the turquoise with the black hands. We have the silver dial with the blue highlight. Trying to find that angle where you can see all this. Really, really nicely done. You see the elevation of the R index makes it so pretty of this watch. You can see this watch from this angle. All right, and the last and the final is the black finish. I mean, the black dial with silver hands. Silver hands, silver highlight. Very nicely done. All right, then make sure you stay for the extra 5-10 seconds to look at the lume shot that we create for you. And once again, I know a lot of you have a hard decision to pick which color and which movement. But you know, it's such a rare occasion that we use the Miyota 9100, and we decided to use it this time around. And you know, we're always very affordable. You know, some companies, they use this movement, they're gonna charge you double. Okay, there's not a bad colors. There's not a bad color. Seriously, if you like the clean look, go for the silver. But I like the turquoise. Really, really sharp. It's something different. You know, maybe your whole collection, you might have 1 or 2, but you don't have the 9100 with the turquoise. And this color is very unique too. Like, it's just right. Look at this. All right. So once again, thanks so much. I think I covered everything about this watch. This is the continuation of the Regeneron collection. I hope you like it. And I will see you very, very soon.